parents. Hi. So, what I'm about to show you today is really just more pedagogy based in that I'm going to give you suggestions for how to teach some basic art concepts. So one of the things that I like to do with preschool kids very early on is start talking about color theory. So color theory is just like, it's just this. So artists use the color wheel, right? The color wheel, and I just printed this one offline. I Googled color wheel, right? You like it. I'm gonna break it down in case you've never worked with a color wheel. But the color wheel is where we learn everything about like color theory and understand the relationships between the colors. So I'm going to break this color wheel down for you and explain how it works. And then I'm going to give you a suggested activity that you can do with your kiddos to start really teaching primary colors and secondary colors. Today we're going to focus on primary colors because those are like the hardest ones to remember for some reason. I don't know why that is. And it's something that they need to know in school as well. So already talking about primary colors and secondary colors and all of that kind of stuff before they're in actual kindergarten will really be helping your art teacher out tremendously. So here is your color wheel. So on every color wheel, and I know that this is going to be backwards, but on every color wheel, you start with red, yellow, and blue because those are your three primary colors. So those are your foundational colors. You can't mix any two other colors to make those. So primary means first. Red, yellow, and blue are your primary colors. Now, in between red and blue, right here, if you mix the two colors together, you get violet. Do you see that? Violet is a secondary color. And red and yellow, you mix those together and you get orange. Orange is also a secondary color. Yellow and blue, you mix together and you get green. You see there? Now, you'll notice that the distance of the colors is significant. So, right in the middle of yellow and blue is green because that's what those two colors make and vice versa. So these tertiary colors or third colors are what the primary and the secondary colors make together. So let's mix red and violet together. We get red violet. Blue and violet together, we get blue violet. So when we're naming these colors on the color wheel, the primary color always goes first. Blue and green, blue green, green and yellow, yellow green, yellow and orange, yellow orange, red and orange, red orange. And then you see this color wheel has the cool colors labeled for you. So everything from green into red violet, and the warm colors, everything from red to yellow green. And so you can dive as deep into this color wheel as you want to. If you have paint, all you need to make an entire color wheel are the three primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. So if you're interested in learning about color theory and doing some of this with your preschool kid, this is a great way to get really messy, learn about colors, and just start talking about color theory from a very early age. But what I like to do when we are beginning this discussion, I like to start with the color wheel, right? Because it's important, and they're going to use it for their entire art career. I still use my color wheel. And then I tie in shapes. So I draw some basic shapes like a square and a triangle and a circle, or you can let them draw their own picture if they want. Like, what you want is to have outlines for them to color in, but I like to tie in shape with color. So square, triangle, circle, and then I only give them the primary colors to color with. So blue, red, and yellow, and make sure, like, you've got to really check because sometimes they look the same. And then I only let them color with these three colors, and then we talk about it while they're coloring. What are we coloring with? What are red, yellow, and blue? They're primary colors, and I try to get them to repeat this with me. Obviously, if your kid is like pre-K 4, this may or may not be appropriate for them, but it's certainly something that you could do. Like, let's color a picture and only use the primary colors. What are the primary colors? Or let's color a picture and only use warm colors. What are the warm colors? So using this color wheel as a reference point to talk about colors, to explain the relationship between colors. You can even print one out that shows you complementary colors and all of that kind of stuff. And just real quickly, complementary colors just mean they're opposite one another on the color wheel. So if we're looking at this really quick, like red and green, you see they're opposite one another. Those are complementary colors. And so that's just for your own reference, parents. But I think this is a great way to begin teaching primary colors, and you can start this with like little bitties. But if you have any questions about these activities, we are happy to answer any questions that you have, or if there are any lessons that you want to see or something that you want us to show you, please reach out. You can also just like comment below in this YouTube video, or email or reach out to us on any social media channels to ask us how to do certain things or for suggestions or anything like that. And again, like I emphasized last time, if you can get them to sit down for 10 or 15 minutes and work on something, that's really, really good. So if it goes for longer, like you are winning that day. It's time to play the lottery. But anything beyond 15 minutes is just gravy, but anticipate it lasting about 10 or 15 minutes. And again, like I said, if you have any questions, please reach out, and we hope that you're all doing okay, and we hope to see you all sooner than later.